Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This has been a requested video. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a how to make a closure wig. Hopefully you guys are just as excited as me. So in this clip, I'm just showing you the hair that we're going to use, the lengths, all that good stuff. And then in the upcoming clips, I'll show you a close-up of the closure and all the tools that you'll need for this video. So stay tuned. So Ali Pearl comes correct with the pre-plucked closure and it looks great, but I am going to go in a little bit and pluck it some more. And if you want to see how I customize this closure, then check out my video that will be linked in the description box. Okay y'all, so first things first, what you want to do is put your wig cap on the wig head, of course, and then take your closure and place it about like an inch ahead of the end of the wig cap. You want to do this because it gives you a lot more room if, say, like your wig head is too small or something, but this just gives you a lot more room and flexibility in the styling process because you have a lot more space to work with and your lace won't be too far back, which is a very important step because I've done that before and trust me, it's not fun trying to fix it. Okay, so here's probably a better angle. I'm starting with the sewing, but as you can see how I placed the closure onto the cap, it's a little bit ahead. I have secured it with T-pins and I'm just taking my needle and thread and sewing in a close stitched pattern. It's nothing fancy, it's just, you know, looping it in as you see here and securing it by pulling it. It's a very easy process. It can be tedious, so just take your time, watch like a movie or something, and just be patient and don't try to rush it because you can mess this up. I've done that before and I had to start all over and that is not fun. So please do take your time, sew it closer together because it's the closure and you want it to be as flat as possible. So as you guys can see here, I'm tying it off and securing it. I'm going to sew one side first, the other side, and then the back. I find that it's easier to do it that way because it eliminates the fact that it could be uneven. So I suggest you all do it the same way as well. Okay, so moving on to our first weft, first track, whatever. I like to take mine and make it a perimeter track, if that makes sense. I just take it from one end of the closure to the other and I attach it to that end of the closure, as you can see me doing here. And I do that because if I want to pull my hair up or if the wind blows or whatever, you know, the tracks could be exposed, but this way you'll only see this one weft and it eliminates the possibility that the rest of your tracks will be showing. So this is a little trick that I like to do. You don't have to, but I think it makes the install a little bit more seamless.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Why don't you ever model for me, Mrs. Kensington?
You know how Mr. Kensington feels about that.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
To know what it is. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room, you can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
Okay, you guys, so beginner-friendly trick here. Take a pencil, like a lip pencil or an eye pencil, whatever, it doesn't matter as long as it's a different color than the cap, and trace out lines where you're going to place your wefts, so that way as you're sewing you already know exactly where you're going, so you don't mess up and accidentally sew too close or too far. This is a trick that will really definitely help you speed up the process of making your wig and make it beautifully every time. So it is a little bit hard to see in this clip. I was able to see it when I was sitting there doing it, but I will show a better clip of it in the next few seconds that you'll see. So this is a tip that you guys can use. I use about like a 1/2 inch to an inch, depends on how many wefts I have. You can always go back in and fill in the spaces, or you can go in and take out wefts as well if you put in too much hair, but people don't typically do that. So in the next few clips I'll show you a closer view of what this looks like.
A slave.
Okay, you guys, this is my last track and I want to show you how I sew it, because this is the most important track, in my opinion. I like to take this track and I secure it with T-pins on one side and, you know, flip it over to the other side so I can sew it and hold it in place so it doesn't move. I like to connect this weft to the back of the closure, and I do this because this helps there to be no lumps, no bumps, no crazy jiggity jaggedy whatever. Your hair will just lay super duper flat. So I do recommend you doing this step, and of course it also allows you to use as much hair as possible, and because, you know, we paid for it, so you want to get your money's worth. But anyway, so just follow as I'm doing here, and for this track you do want to sew a little bit closer together than you did with the other ones, like similar to the closure but not as close together. So just take your time here. I hope you guys can see this, my hand isn't in the way, but like I said, take your time and be patient. This part is the most important, so you don't want to rush it. Also, you guys, I do want to mention that you want to be careful during this entire process because the needles are sharp and you can definitely poke yourself. I have a few times, not during this particular session of me making this wig, but looking at the video, you can definitely see the dangers here, and you don't want to be bleeding all over your hair. So just take your time and be careful. Another tip I'd like to add in, I like to hold my wefts in place with T-pins. It just helps everything to stay steady so you don't, your wefts start moving around on you. In the beginning when I was making wigs, it was really hard. I would sew through the weft, not around it. I wouldn't hold it in place. It was just so hard. So trust me, you guys, take the easy way. Don't sew through your wefts unless it's starting or ending a track, and just space it apart and use T-pins to hold them in place. It'll make your life so much easier. I promise. Yo, so I just want to say that if you made it this far into the video and into the wig making process, congratulations and thank you so much. You might as well go on and hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so that you're never missing any more videos from me. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're cutting the cap that's underneath the closure. You want to be very careful not to cut too close to the thread because you will unravel everything and your hard work will be down the toilet. You're gonna have to start all over and that's not fun. Okay, so just take your time and be careful. Do not cut too close to the thread. Okay. Yes, so this is the part that we're waiting for because it's the part that makes this wig glueless. You don't have to sew it on. You don't have to glue it on. This is the best part. Okay, so I'm taking the elastic band, putting it at a slight angle and like about an inch into the closure. And I'm taking my needle and thread and just sewing it regularly like you see me doing here, like you did with the closure and the wefts. It's really, really easy. You only have to do a few stitches and it's very secure. Then you just tie it off and do the same thing on the opposite side. Make sure you have it at a slight angle so that way it doesn't lay weird and pull at, the closure in all weird wonky types of ways, okay? So that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for making it this far. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys learned something helpful and useful from this video. Please comment down below what your favorite tip was from this video because I would love to know. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, you guys, and turn on the post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video because I will be posting Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And also leave comments down below on what you guys would like me to do on my channel because I would really love some ideas and I appreciate you guys' support. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video.